Good evening, students. This is the last video, session number 13, Introduction to English Studies Unit 2, prescribed for optional English first semesters Tumkur University students. The topic of this session is essay writing and thesis statement. Essay writings are popular topics for students right from high schools, but it becomes very much essential when you want to write descriptive types of essays. So, we will learn about the features of essay writing, the definitions, and tips to write a good essay. In literature, an essay is a piece of writing that explores a specific topic. It presents the author's perspectives, arguments, and analysis. Essays can be formal or informal, and the purpose of essays can range from informative and persuasive to reflective and personal. Essays are characterized by their focus on particular subject, the author's voice, and the use of evidence and examples to support claims. The key characteristics of any essay are focused subject, that is, an essay should concentrate on a particular theme, idea, or subject matter. Essays vary according to the author's perspective. They reflect the author's unique viewpoints, insights, and interpretation of the subject. Essays often present a specific argument or analysis. The aim is to persuade the reader or explore the topic in depth. Another key characteristics of essays are they prove the thesis statement with the help of evidences or examples. They use examples or evidences and reasoning to support the author's claims and make their arguments more compelling. Essays range in length from short to long and can be written in a variety of styles, from formal and academic to informal and personal. So, some of the key characteristics of essay writing are a focus subjects. It depends on the author's perspective and it presents the author's perspective. They are argumentative and analytical. They prove their arguments with the help of evidences and examples. They vary in length and style. Now let us move on to how to write an essay. Here are some few key steps which students can follow to make sure how you are prepared to write an essay. Before writing an essay, understand your assignment. What is the goal of this essay? What is the length and deadline of the assignment? Is there anything you need to clarify with your teacher or guide? Definition of the topic is very much essential. You have to choose a topic. Try to pick something that you already know a bit about it and choose a topic that will hold your interest. Do some research before writing an essay. Read primary and secondary sources and take notes to help you work out your position and viewpoint on the topic. You can use all these things as evidence for your argument. Come up with a thesis statement. Thesis is the central point or argument that you want to make. A central thesis is essential for a focused essay. You should keep referring back to it as you write. A strong thesis statement presents the central argument or claim of an essay. It provides a roadmap for the reader. It is typically placed at the end of the introductory paragraph and it should be specific, arguable, and focused. A strong thesis statement is essential for writing a focused essay. One should keep referring back to it as you write. Some of the tips for writing a strong thesis statement are being specific. Avoid vague or broad statements. For example, instead of technology is good, try to elaborate it specifically, like the internet has provided communication and access to information. Avoid vague sentences. Take a stance. The thesis statement should present a clear argument or position that can be supported with evidence. The next um, characteristic of a strong thesis statement is be concise. Aim for one or two clear sentences that summarize your main point. Be arguable. The thesis should be something that people can reasonably disagree with. Use strong words like analyze, argue, demonstrate, prove, and evaluate, which will strengthen your thesis. Have in mind the audience who will read this essay. Tailor your thesis to the specific audience and the purpose of your essay. Effective thesis statements directly and boldly articulate a complex, arguable, or surprising arguments. These arguments should be developed throughout the essay. They should be intelligent, well thought out responses to a question or problem the essay will address. So this is very important part to come up with a strong, arguable thesis statement. Create an outline map. Craft out a rough structure of your essay in an outline. This will help you to write the essay easily and keep on the track as you go. The 5 steps to writing an essay are pre writing, that is, planning and brainstorming, writing the first draft, revising, editing, and proofreading. These steps help structure the writing process, ensuring a well organized and clear final product. Let us look into the details of each one of them. Pre writing or planning and brainstorming means this is the initial stage. It involves understanding the essay, res- researching the topic, generating ideas, and creating an outline. It is crucial to organize your thoughts and structure the essay before starting to write. Pre writing is done before you start to write the main essay. It is to think about the topic and generate ideas around it and creating an outline about the topic. The next step is to write the first draft. While writing the first draft, focus on getting your ideas on paper without worrying too much about grammar or perfect wording. This is the time to expand on your outline and develop your arguments. Next comes revising. After you write the first draft, comes revising. After the initial draft is complete, take a step back and evaluate your work. Identify areas that need improvement, such as clarity, flow, and strength of your arguments. The next step is editing. This step involves refining your writing, paying attention to sentence structures, word choice, and overall clarity. Ensure your essay is well organized and logically connected from one idea to the next. The final step is proofreading. After you write the first draft, re-revise it and edit it, you meticulously check your essay for any errors in grammar, spelling, punctuation, and capitalization. This ensures your essay is polished and ready for submission. So, whenever you write an essay, the readers will ask these questions. Does this essay directly address the set task? Does it represent a strong supported position? Or does it use relevant source appropriately? Is the expression clear and the style appropriate? Is the essay organized coherently? Is there a clear introduction, body, and conclusion? So, you have to keep in mind all these questions which may rise in the reader while reading your essay. Some of the tips to help you address this criteria are: first one is you analyze the question. The first steps should be to analyze the questions on key concepts that are specific to the essay, the scope that the topic focuses on, and what need to be done in relation to the content. For example, are you analyzing, discussing, defining, comparing, or evaluating? So, analysis or analyzing the question of the essay or the thesis statement is the first thing. Next, define your argument. As you plan and prepare to write the essay, you must consider what your argument is going to be. What statements define the essay's argument? Do they give coherence and indicate the theme towards which the entire essay is directed? So, you try to look into or define your own argument for yourselves. This thesis statement, which you write down, should have evidences, reasoning, and scholarship. Evidence means specific examples, facts, quotations, statistics, and illustration. Evidence must be connected with reasoning to show how it supports your argument. Scholarship is to show how your argument is supported by citing specific works. Organizing the essay is the next thing. The essay has three basic components. Introduction is the thesis statement that provides context for your argument. The body of the essay develops and elaborates the argument. Conclusion briefly restates the main argumentative position and provide a short summary of the themes discussed. Whenever you begin the essay, begin with what? Highlight the so what. Leave your readers with the now what. So first thing is you have to ask this question what. Then with the help of supporting arguments you highlight so what, and after the readers read your essay they must have this question before them, now what. So these are some initial steps which you have to take while writing an essay. Here are some tips for effective writing. Start writing early. Early means at an young age. Right from high school, if you have begun to write small paragraphs or short notes or anecdotes or some observations, it will be better. Keep the essay question or thesis statement in mind. Don't try to write an essay from beginning to end. It will be impossible. Just make a notes of all observations that come to your mind whenever it is possible, but not at one sitting. You just note down what all come to your mind, jot them at one place. So you need not write an essay at one sitting right from the beginning to the end. It is impossible. You write the introduction and conclusion after you write the body of the essay. Use signpost words in your writing. Integrate your evidence quickly or carefully. Sorry. So these are some of the things which you have to remember while writing the essay. I can give one example for an argumentative essay. Is smoking good or bad? Is the title of the topic. You can begin with a general statement like, nowadays many people smoke every time and everywhere, thus they obtain many negative effects on their life. On the other hand, smoking brings many positive impacts to the state and society. So there are two arguments. One is smoking is good and the one is smoking is bad. In this essay or in this thesis statement, you will discuss the advantages and disadvantages of smoking and you can explain your opinion about both sides of the things. There are two main dangers for people who smoke. Smoking cigarette can cause disease such as cancer, heart attack, pregnancy disorders, asthma and others. Another danger is that people who smoke are making their human resources go waste and cause harm to others by, by forcing passive smoking. We can also present the other side of the argument. However, many people believe that cigarette smokers support government from paying taxes. Tobacco companies generate employment and business, men earn money from exports overseas, etc. But the conclusive statement must be your opinion. You can state your opinion that I strongly believe that the dangers of smoking are crueler than the benefits of smoking. Therefore, I advise people to stop smoking. This is in brief an example of an argumentative essay writing. You can choose any number of topics or thesis statements and write your own essay. Some of the types of essay in literature are expository essay, which explains the topic, it provides information and analysis. Persuasive essay is also another type of essay which focuses on convincing the reader to accept a particular viewpoint or takes a specific action. A descriptive essay focuses on vividly portraying a person, place, object, or event. A narrative essay tells a story or recounts personal experiences. A reflective essay explores the author's thoughts and feelings about a particular experience or idea. Many types of will be there. You can come across some of these types in your journey of literature. Some of the popular essays are Michel de Montaigne is considered the origin of father of modern essay. Francis Bacon, an early and influential essayist in English literature. Charles Lamb, is known for his personal and humorous essays. Virginia Woolf, she is a modern essayist who explored feminist themes. George Orwell is also a popular essayist whose political and social commentary are widely studied. Okay, dear students, this is now time to end up this session. This whole unit 2 of Introduction to English Studies comprises of 13 videos wherein we have understood the concepts for understanding poetry, concepts for understanding theatre, concepts for understanding fictional narratives, strategies for reading, skimming, and scanning, and types of writing or reading like critical reading and close reading. Then writing skills like paragraph writing and essay writing. They are all basics for you to understand and learn literatures of English writers and attempt to write your own creative writing. I wish you all the best and thank you for watching.